my Mexican kitchen here in Switzerland. Today I have a recipe from a food blog that I love following. I've always liked a lot of their recipes, which is Delish. Thank you, Delish, for this recipe. It is really good. And it's the chocolate zucchini cake, which I've told a lot of friends when they come over, let's bake a cake. And when I tell them that it has zucchini in it, they kind of look like disgusted with a combination of chocolate and zucchini. But once they taste it, their faces, it's priceless. You can tell how much they enjoy eating it. So I want to share with you guys the recipe that I found with Delish, and I hope you enjoy preparing this with me. The ingredients we need for our chocolate zucchini bread are half a cup of melted butter, half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 cup of sugar, 1 large egg, 1 large egg yolk, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 2 cups of grated zucchini, 2/3 of a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, flaky sea salt, and extra butter and cocoa powder for our pan. Okay, so we're going to start this delicious recipe by preheating our oven. It's going to be 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius. While it's preheating, we're going to mix our dry ingredients, which are the flour, the cocoa powder, the baking soda, the cinnamon, and the salt. I like sifting them. It's not necessary. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm going to sift them. And then in the bowl, you can either mix them with a fork or with anything you have. Just make sure that you mix them well. Mixing our sugar, our egg, and our egg yolk. Remember, it's just the egg yolk, no egg white for the second one. It's 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. You're going to mix it until it's nice and mixed and fluffy, and the color gets a bit lighter when you mix sugar and egg. That's going to take for about a minute. So we're done whisking our egg. As you can see, it gets a really pretty, like, light yellow creamy color. I like how it looks a lot. The next step is adding our melted butter and our vanilla. We're going to mix that in well. And then we're going to add our zucchini. We're going to give it another mix. And we're gradually going to be adding our dry ingredients that we previously mixed, the cocoa, the flour, all those things. We're going to add them little by little and mix it and then keep adding until we use it all up. And last but not least, with a spoon or a fork, you can add these and then just kind of give them a little mix in there so that they get spread into the cake batter. And that would be it. We're done with our dough. The next thing that I did was I put butter on the loaf pan. I put butter all over it. I greased it very well. And then I put a tablespoon of the cacao powder in there. And I just shook it all over the place so it covers the mold. Now we're going to put the cake dough in there, and we're going to bake it for 50 minutes at the same temperature we were preheating. After the 50 minutes, you can test it with a cake tester or a toothpick just to make sure that your cake is done, or your loaf is done in this case. And if it is done, then you're going to let it cool for 10 minutes here on your counter or on a wire rack or whatever you have. After the 10 minutes, you take it out of the mold, and you're going to sprinkle some of that flaky sea salt I told you guys. Salt and chocolate are like the best combination ever. The salt enhances the chocolate flavor. It really brings out that taste, so I know you guys are going to love it. Okay, so we're done with the cake. We let it cool for a while. I already sprinkled the salt flakes on the top. As a side note, just for a description of the cake, it's not just the flavor, which is amazing. What I like a lot is that it's a very, very, very moist spread. It really is incredibly moist, so I know you guys are going to love it. It's quite a surprise when you're eating it. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope you make the recipe. You're going to love this. I promise you that. And don't forget to subscribe. See you guys. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch the other videos. Just click on the links, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.